The Chicago Bears take on the New Orleans Saints in Week 9. So let's talk about this matchup. What is going on, y'all? Faiz Sports all back at it with another video talking, of course, NFL here to talk about the Chicago Bears. So if you're a Bears fan, what are you doing? Subscribe to the channel. Make sure you are following me on all my social media platforms, guys. As always, hit the bell icon so you are notified every time I drop a new video. All right, so I can't believe we are more than halfway through the season. Football season always comes around and just completely flies by. And I love it and I hate it because, I love the fact that we have football, but I hate the fact that it goes by so quickly. But yeah, Week 9, here we are. The Chicago Bears taking on the New Orleans Saints. So let's just run through the numbers here, people, real quick. And then we will dive into the analysis for this game. So the Bears are underdogs in this one, taking on the Saints on the road. So at the Superdome in New Orleans. And they're underdogs by 8.5 points. That's the spread right now in favor of the Saints, of course. And the over-under, it's a pretty low 41.5. All right, so kind of surprised that it is that low, but it is. So as far as this matchup, folks, taking a look at the opponent here with the Saints have been a solid team. They haven't been elite by any means, but they've been solid. And they are a very solid defense for sure. A very good defense, if you will. 5th overall, 7th against the pass, and 15th against the run. All right, so this is a very solid New Orleans Saints defense led by Marshawn Lattimore, Cam Jordan, and those guys. And as far as the offense, man, look, Derek Carr is not elite by any means, but they have a lot of weapons. All right, they have a lot of weapons. Alvin Kamara's back and balling. Chris Olave is a beast. Michael Thomas has kind of regained his old form, not obviously the same, but he's been solid. Rashid Shaheed is a nice deep threat for them. Taysom Hill, always the Swiss Army knife. We got to watch out for that. So they have a plethora of options on the offensive end, even if they don't have an elite quarterback. And Derek Carr has been solid. He hasn't been special, but he's been solid. So this is going to be an uphill battle for the Chicago Bears to face because they're going up against a good defense, a really good defense, and a solid offense. All right? So the keys for this game, taking a look at the offensive side, Tyson Bagent will be starting. Justin Fields is out for this game. And we don't know when Fields is going to be back. But look, Bagent starting another game here. And, when you take a look at this matchup here, Saints very good against the pass. Very good. 7th, for like I mentioned. Let's get back to kind of what we did against the Raiders. Let's run the football. That is the weaker part of the Saints defense. Not really great against the run. Middle of the pack, 15th. Let's run the football with Dante Foreman and Roschon Johnson. Let's feed them 20 to 25 times. And then, take your shots when you need to with Tyson Bagent. Obviously, the quick game, the screens, the short passes, the dump-offs is what you're really going to utilize. And you got to kind of dink and dunk your way in this game. I really feel like that's going to be the case. I don't think Bagent's going to be able to, find, Bears players deep for like long touchdowns. So it's going to kind of be that dink and dunk game. And that works perfectly because that is kind of with what comes with Tyson Bagent's repertoire. So running the football, establishing the run, using the run to play off of it with some play action, with some short passes, and, really the short passing game as an extension of the running game as well. So that's really what it's going to come down to, the offensive end. I mean, we still have, your weapons, and DJ Moore, feed him. But, man, is Lattimore going to cover DJ Moore in this one? That's going to be tough because if that is the case, if he shadows Moore, then you got to go ahead and find Mooney. I expect a lot of short completions for Komet, kind of like last week when he had 10 catches. And then, kind of see what you can go from there. Maybe a little bit more 2 tight end sets. Get some Robert Tonyan out there, if you will. So the Bears need to get creative in this one to be able to counter against New Orleans defense, all right? On the other side, defensively, Derek Carr, we all know he's an absolute statue in the pocket, just zero mobility. So if you have any semblance of a pass rush, and we will get some, I don't know if Montez Sweat is playing this week, but we did add some, you need to get to Derek Carr, right? Yannick Ngakoue, time to step up. Andrew Billings has been obviously great in the middle. Like, we need to just get some pressure in Derek Carr's face because the man can't run at all. And as far as the Bears defense, 23rd overall, 30th against the pass, and 3rd against the run. We are a complete pass funnel, folks. We are elite, actually, against the run and terrible against the pass. So the Saints obviously are going to know this. They're going to see the scouting report, and they're going to try to pass. They're not going to run the football with Alvin Kamara that much. Though I think they'll try, but not that much. They also have Jamal Williams. And so you need to make sure that Derek Carr feels the pressure because he's going to drop back a lot, and you got to make him feel it. Last week against Justin Herbert, he got no pressure. You didn't make him feel it, and he got blown out. If you let Derek Carr feel no pressure, you'll get blown out. So the same thing here. It just comes down to the basics, folks. Not trying to reinvent the wheel here. Get some pressure on a immobile statue quarterback in Derek Carr, and you will be able to succeed. As far as their weapons, man, Chris Olave is probably the best receiver. But look, they have a lot of guys that can do damage. I told you, Michael Thomas, I know he just runs slants. That's what it seems like, right? But he's been very consistent this year. Rashid Shaheed, you can't lose sight of him. The man is great with the deep ball. He's a burner, so you can't lose sight of that. And then finally, Taysom Hill, the Swiss Army knife for the Saints. Like, Taysom Hill scored, I think, 2 touchdowns last week. You can't not game plan for him. They are going to have packages in the game where Taysom Hill will come in the game and will rush the football, or he'll pass it, or he'll do something else. Like, he is their ultimate Swiss Army knife. So be careful with Taysom Hill. Overall, folks, being on the road in New Orleans, tough matchup. We haven't won at the Superdome in God knows how long. The Saints are, kind of loaded everywhere. They don't have an elite quarterback, but they have a good one. The defense is elite. It's a tough matchup. You have your backup quarterback as the Bears. So, it's hard pressed for me to pick the Bears in this one. So I can't do it. The Saints are probably going to win this one. Again, realistically speaking, I'm going to say final score of 27-17 in this one. So let me know what you guys think, man. I think the Bears lose this one to the Saints. Lose the game 27-17. Let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment down below with your thoughts as always.